Today on Urban Gardener, we're headed to a Brooklyn patio garden. This wall is extraordinary. It starts from the floor and goes as high as anybody can reach. It contains all levels of plants, all kinds of blooms. We have vines, even trees. This looks like we have a bunch of different kinds of vines growing up here. They've all been put together in a really interesting way. If you look at this wall long enough, you keep seeing new things that jump out at you, which is really interesting, especially in a small space like this. This is called nasturtium, but it has these interesting round leaves. It's this really beautiful bloom, which is also edible.
This was a rooftop, and for the first year we never used it because it would get too hot. Eventually I was like, I'm gonna bite the bullet and spend the money and build a deck. This wall is aluminum siding, and as you can see, it's really boring. And that's my window right there. That's where we started.
So you made a little bed.
A little bed.
And you started layering up.
Yes.
And now we have vines everywhere.
This whole thing actually has a lot of purpose. There used to be a couple that sat in that window all the time looking over here, so I wanted to block them. So this is like a privacy wall. This is what I call my rock garden. It reminds me of a quiet corner. I spend hours chiseling holes in that rock.
Oh, wait, you made this with the rock here?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you have everything in here. You're like a garden MacGyver or something like that?
Kind of. I work with small spaces as a living. Every time I'm shopping for clients, I'm shopping for myself. I like to go a lot to vintage shops, garage sales, Salvation Armies. You never know what you can find. And that's where you find all this interesting stuff. It's all about keeping it tight and keeping it organized.
See you next time on Urban Gardener.